how did you get involved to this trip to Cali?
Okay, well, here's how it happened. I got called by a guy named Corey Constantine, and he told me that if I wanted to wrestle, that I was going to get booked for a show called PWF, which is Pacific Wrestling Federation, owned by a guy named Shannon Naylor, who I swear, my boy even told me this, swear that he had an IQ of 125. But we take the long ride.
Well, we'll get to the ride.
Oh, okay. Wait, to the ride. Okay.
Just tell me more about how you got involved. Tell me more about.
I got involved by Corey Constantine. He called me and told me if I wanted to wrestle, if I had anybody to tag with me, and that's all that was done. I got a tag team partner, and I was on the card. I got a hold of Shannon Naylor. I talked to him for a couple weeks. I was told that there was a big mansion set for us to go to, and a stock fridge, and that was all I heard. After I heard that, I was set to go. I was worried about maybe hotel arrangements, but he said, no, we had nothing to worry about because we had beds and a place to go. And that's all I heard about it until it was time to leave.
What was the place you were supposed to be staying at like?
The place that, what do you mean? You mean the owners?
Yeah, mansion.
I was told it was supposed to be a mansion, a big house. Lots of girls are going to show up, lots of partying. It was going to be a stock fridge. You didn't have to worry about nothing. All we had to worry about doing was wrestling. And that's what I've never heard any promoter say, is just worry about wrestling. That's what I was told. I heard he was a DJ, he had good money, you know. So yeah, I believed him.
Tell me about Corey Constantine or JT Evans.
Player.
Oh, jeez. Okay. JT Evans. He's a mark, dude. Believe it or not, dude, when I wrestled for Tito's, that kid used to come in, dude, and fucking just mark out for me, dude. You know, and I swear to God, if I let him carry my bags, he would have carried my bags. I guarantee you, I know you would, Corey. You don't say you wouldn't. But yeah, Corey is a guy who puts himself over on MySpace, but he does it a different way. He puts himself over like he's, you know, bigger than Sandman, or bigger than Gary Wolf, or bigger than, you know, Chris Chetty, or all these other people, you know, Chris Candido. All these people he feels like he's better than. So he makes the promoters feel like that so he gets booked. And then when he gets booked, it's a totally different story. But, you know, unless you're Shannon Naylor, when you get booked, you go over there and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe how big you are. And you just totally mark out. You know, even though you look like an Ewok, or, you know, you look really stupid like Shannon Naylor does. Yeah, JT Evans is a kid. I don't know what to say. He's a kid. He's 16 years old. And I don't know how he gets himself over so good, but I think he just puts a lot of whoppers and lots of bullshit in people's mouth, and that's how he gets over. So that's JT.
Has he been trained?
He had a backyard federation in his backyard, and I think he got trained on that. He had the $1 Million Championship that he was very fond of. That his belt was really, you know, really close to him. And then I brought over those foam belts. I mean those tag team titles that were just a big stepping stone in his career. And he thought he was great because he had that $1 Million belt and that tag team title. He felt that he was a true champion of his backyard. So yeah, I think he was trained in his backyard. And if he tells you different, then I don't know, because I've been in the business longer. You know, I mean, going on almost 7-8 years here. So I don't know. I haven't seen him get trained since I've been here. But yeah.
Tell me about Void.
Jeffrey Huey, Void, Reverend, Emperor Void. They're all the same person, okay? Except for Jeffrey Huey died in, what was it, sir, the 4th grade? Yeah. Void, yeah. A very adventurous dude, really living in the cartoon world, if people would say. Really animated, like a Mortal Kombat character. Like, I don't really know how to say it. He's obsessed with werewolves and hates it when you say no throat for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I just, you know, I got respect for Reverend, and that's why I won't say that word. But I think it's really funny that I do say that. But yeah, Reverend, I don't know. There's not really much I can say about Reverend because I don't kick it with him that much, and when I do kick it with him, it's kind of creepy.
Tell me about Matt Legit.
Oh, Matt Legit. Matt Legit. Me and Matt Legit go way back, dude. Like, way back, like back in the day, like Wizard of Oz days, dude. Like, me and Matt Legit go back, dude. We've been, like, homies for, like, 3 or 4 years, you know. Did some XOW stuff together and, you know, did some other work with, like, Drinking with Darren and Drinking with Aaron and stuff like that. And, yeah, been really cool buddies for a long, long time. Just like Hazard. But, yeah, when I'm with Legit, dude, I know we're going to have a good time, dude. when I'm with when I'm with Hazard, it's all about yelling at the girlfriend, dude.
Tell me more about Hazard's relationship with his girlfriend.
I don't know, dude. Man, I've known Hazard's girlfriend for a long time. Believe it or not. She used to work at the Walmart, and she had a name like she was like a fake name. Check it out. And her name was Athena. And you got Comcast, so I know you're gonna see this, dog. Her name was Athena, and she worked at Walmart. And I go down there and kick it. And she lived in a trailer park, and I go kick it with her and shit like that, and that was it, And then one time she came to a La Cabana show, which is over there next to that Petco on that Division Street, and we had a show. And at the end of the show, she wanted me to sign her tits, so I did. I signed her tits, right? And then Hazard came over and signed the other one. So then after that, dude, Hazard's all like, I'm going home with this girl tonight. And I was like, yeah, dude, you're going to be set. Because I knew her from the past thing. So I knew damn well that once Hazard went home with this girl, dude, he was set, dude. And he did. He went home and got it done. And they've been together since then. I think it's been like a year and a half. And they fight a lot, man. I think it's because they see each other a lot. Ever since this fool went to California, dude, he's been a whole new man, dude. And I think him getting some of that fresh air in California really, made him feel like welcome. Because, yeah, that's messed up. Yeah. Okay, that's great.
What was the van ride down like?
Okay, the ride to Shannon's house. Okay, it was okay. You gotta be honest, dude. Dude, I've never listened to freaking Jerry Garcia or David Gresham in my life. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it, dude. Tired of that banjo shit, mandolin, whatever the hell it is, dude. No more. It was good though. Once we got across California, the Oregon and California border, whatever the hell it is, and we put on some California love and had a little love in there. That was good. I didn't sleep the way down there at all. Reverend was just in his own little world, playing his little video games as he always does. Corey was constantly in the back, fucking just talking about how he was just the greatest thing since sliced bread, and Big Legit was just being quiet after 2 hours into that ride. Didn't talk, and Jared was just talking to Big Highway, talking about, what's going to happen down there. But the ride was okay down there. It was great. I love seeing the scenery and everybody down there and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was quite enjoyable down there.
Did Hazard smell?
Reverend stunk more than Hazard. I mean, I didn't really smell Hazard that much. I didn't, personally. I didn't. But, other sources tell me different. But, he told me he bought a new pair of underwear and a new jacket, and yeah. So yeah, I think it was Emperor Void. I'm not even giving that much credit. I'm going to give Jeffrey Huey that much credit.
So you get to Clear Lake.
Yeah, I get to Clear Lake. Okay.
Okay, and what were you expecting when you got to Clear Lake?
When I got to Clear Lake, I was expecting a nice house, dude. Fat, fridge looking. I mean, I'm talking about open the damn thing, dude. We got a stack of Lunchables, dude. Whatever you want, banquet dinners, everything you need, dude. Chicken, pasta, whatever you want, dude. Steaks, you know what I mean? Everything you want. I go over there and open it up, dude, and I see nothing but bologna. Okay, but we'll get into the bologna. But here's what I'm saying. Okay, I was expecting to go down there and have a huge show with ICP, stay at the guy's house. And get everything that we needed, which, to do the show that we were supposed to do, also get a PO. That's what I was expecting. Oh, and.
So what happened when you pulled up to the house?
So we pulled up to the house, okay, and we passed the first bank, the Key West Bank, and the Wichitobi, or what was it?
Wachovia.
Yeah, the Wachovia, and then we passed the Safeway. And then Jared's on the phone, dude, and we still think this guy is like at least, 30, but I mean, he's an adult, he can, he has good brain tests, he knows what he's talking about. We roll up, dude, and then Jared's like, oh, I think that's him. This retarded waving his hands, and I just looked and said, oh, jeez. And that was it, dude. We roll into this motherfucker. It's like a homeless rest home, dude. It's like an old lady home, dude. The motherfucker gets it for $26 a month, dude, because he's on disability and he has a freaking caregiver to take care of him. Like, he can't even wipe his own ass or tie his own shoes because he's so damn retarded. I mean, I got nothing against retarded people, but when you present yourself in a different way and you look to be retarded, that's when I think it's retarded. So we roll up, dude. We get out, dude. And what happens, dude? He's all like, first thing he says is, oh, JT, I didn't know how big you've gotten or how big you were. Oh, you must be BuddyHighway. I remember you have MySpace. Just a complete mark. Okay? All of a sudden, there's these two freaking ubbits that come up to next to him, dude. And all of a sudden, oh shit, well, I think we're going to get jacked or something, dude. But you got Big BuddyHighway, you got the Big Matty Legit, you got Big Jared that can bite on some ankles, and then you got Big Hazard who can lay it in whenever he needs to lay it in. So we were cool. So what we did end up doing was we left off Corey Constantine and Big Jeff Huey at his little one-bedroom apartment that turned out to be one-bedroom apartment that he gets SSI for. Walked into his little fridge that was supposed to be blown up that Jared called before we got there and said there was only going to be bologna sandwiches in there. What was in there? Bologna, baby. There was bologna. You look in the fridge, there was maybe like 4 McGriddles, but you know damn well Highway polished off them sons of bitches. They were done, okay? So we left off the damn Jeffrey Huey and Constantine, jumped in the car, and that's when we were off to San Francisco.
Tell me about San Francisco.
San Francisco. The greatest freaking city to me. I've been there twice now. It was great. We took the ride down. It was exactly what I expected. Like when we got down there, it was just me and my boys, dude. It was Matty Legit, Jared Peterson, yours truly, and Hazard 503, and it was great. Okay, we went down there, dude. We were tired as hell, but legit made sure that we got down there and made that trip as long as we had that freaking, that Mary Jane, and we were able to do it. We did it. We got to the toll booth. Everybody's lights blew up, dude. We walked, we went across that son bitch, paid our $5, which I thought was going to be $2. They damn sure raised that shit up since the last time I've been there, and we went over. We get it into San Francisco, and it's just everything's cool. We just legit's like, you know what, we're lost, but we don't care, dude, and we did not care. We drove around, we went downtown, we went everywhere, dude. Trying to find a place to eat, man. The only thing that sucks in San Francisco, there's no left turns, man. You can't find a left turn if your life depended on it, man. And kept going, and we finally found a place to eat. Okay, here's where we go. We're going, and we find a place to eat. We were going to go to that one place, I think it was called Mel's Drive-In, or something like that. It didn't work, dude. We look across the street, there's that cast connection that's just blown up, waiting for people to come in. 2 in the morning, mind you. We go to that big Denny's, hit that big Denny's up. And, before we eat, Matty Legit has to go wash his hands, and use that restroom. But, what happens when you go in that restroom, dude? You got blood, and what else was it, dude? All kinds of crap, dude, was on this toilet. Yeah, blood and throw up, dude. You just, and Legit's like, no, this is not happening, dude. So we get our food, and everything's cool, and then we get that fat bill, dude. $70-something, dude, for some Denny's, dude. Denny's we're talking about here, dude. You go to somewhere in Oregon or, even Vancouver, you know, $70 for no Denny's, man. You know what I mean? That was horrible. So then after that we eat, we're full. And then Legit drives around trying to find that fat neighborhood to sleep in that van because dang well we ain't finding anywhere to sleep. So we find this little like side street that's cool. And it's fine. We pass out, wake up, and I wish the guys were here to talk to you about me talking in my sleep and shit and just snoring away. Because I slept good in that back seat. I'll tell you that much. I slept really good in that back seat. And it kind of scared me waking up seeing these San Francisco kids and these bitches rocking and walking all that shit. I was scared. But Legit and Jared didn't give a shit. He had to make sure to get that sleep going. So yeah, dude, that was great. San Francisco was awesome.
So on the way back, I guess you found out that Violent J wasn't going to be at the show. Can you tell me about that and what happened there?
Well, I was told Violent J was going to come in because he got snowed in. Okay, that's all I heard. I heard he got snowed in. That was it. That's all I could say about that. I heard that and I was kind of butthurt, pissed off. But as long as somebody else was coming that I could talk to, I was happy.
Did you think that Too Tough and Corp were coming?
No, I didn't. At first, I did not think they were coming. No.
So you get back to Shannon's apartment. Where's Shannon? Tell me about what happened at that apartment there, buddy.
So we get over to big Shannon Naylor's, the fat shoot. And this is gonna be, sir. And we get to Shannon Naylor's and we walk in that fucking door and he's not there. Okay? So first we go into his bedroom. It smells like complete, as Legit would say, complete dog shit. Okay? And we go in there and we look at this guy's house, dude. It's just trash, dude. You open the door that's supposed to be a closet and it's freaking garbage, dude. So here's how the first rip started out, right? Big JT goes in there and takes that fat, legit shit and just overflows the shit out of it, dude. And it's just everywhere. It's disgusting. It's everywhere, dude. I mean, it's all over the floor. There's nowhere you go in there. But Void being the natural Surgeon General that he is, he just said, just make sure you keep your shoes on and just don't step in this one side of the tiles that doesn't have poop on it. Dude, it's just over flooded, dude. It's on every tile on the floor, okay? So that's what happened there. So we decided we're not going to do that. So after that, we go into his fridge. And should we start with the Snapple or the bologna, sir?
Whatever you want.
Okay, we're going to start with the bologna, okay? So BuddyHighway gets this bologna out of the fridge, dude. First, I was going to make a sandwich out of it, and then I heard that he went to go pick up the Corp and them. It was all cool, but still I thought, he fucked me over for all the shit he did, so I did. I pissed in this guy's bologna, okay, and his salami. I put it back in his fridge, okay, and then every time I had to pee, because I couldn't pee in that flooded toilet, right? So I pissed in his sink, okay, all over his sink. And I peed so damn much that I even peed on that sons of bitch's cabinets, okay? And then after that, we grabbed a fat Snapple bottle. And my homeboy, that I'm not going to say who it was unless he wants me to say it. It's okay. My big boy Jared Peterson dropped that fat 16-ounce piss up in that fat Snapple bottle. And that was it. And if you're watching this right now, Shannon Naylor, I hope you tasted that, you stupid son of a bitch. Because you are retarded. And I'm going to keep telling you that. Dude, you are an emo looking dirt. That's what you are, dude. Okay, so what did we do after that? I decided to grab some bologna because, he didn't even have any rags or any towels or anything to wipe anything up. So me being the gentleman I am, I grabbed that fat bologna and stuck it on his freaking little fan thing that he had. It was so dusty, I thought me sticking the bologna on there would actually get the dust off that damn fan. So I did that. Okay, and turned that son of a bitch on high. And that son of a bitch was going, if you ever seen some flying freaking bologna saucers, dude, that was the greatest thing ever, dude. Everybody got a kick out of that. So then I had to pee again. So what am I going to do? I can't piss in the toilet, so I peed in that fucker's corner. Okay? Peed in the corner, made a huge ass puddle in the corner. And then after I heard that he was going to go pick up Corp and Too Tough, I felt bad. So I had to pick it up with some, with some paper towels that I found. And I stuck it on his pillow. And then I just to make matters worse, I stuck it in his pillow and put 3 slices of bologna in his pillow. Because I was just pissed off with everything that was going on. And that's what happened.
So, tell me about the bar reflections. Because at about 2:30 in the morning, we got a call from Shannon saying he needed a ride from the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mention that.
So,
and this is when everything got perfect. Okay, this is when everything got nice again. We go to this reflections bar. We see Too Tough. We see Corp. Great, okay. We walk in there and we talk to a guy named Andy D. And right, sir.
there was Kyle D. and there was
Kyle D. Okay, yeah, okay, the other guy. Okay, take that part out. I messed up. I thought it was Andy D. My fault, dude. Okay.
Andy was the guy that on the ring.
Yeah, okay, that was it.
Kyle
I got his name mixed up.
The Iraq veteran.
Yeah. So we talk to this guy named his name's Kyle D. And he hooks us up and he says, hey, we got 2 rooms free. From Corp and Too Tough, because they heard that Shannon dicked us. And Too Tough and Corp said that they had another room. So they were nice enough to give us a room, and I want to give you, much love to the Hatchet on that, because that was really cool, fam, as they say. Bong. So everything was cool, So we get these rooms, we kick it, we get open bar, dude, all night, dude. And Shannon it looks like Shannon's just tripping. Like, I know something's going on, and I talked to him all night, and he's like, oh yeah, everything's going to be good. So that was it. We sleep. We wake up the next morning, and then that's when all the bullshit happens, dude. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that, dude. That's what happens. We wake up, and then what happens?
Tell me about Too Tough Tony and Corporal Robinson.
Too Tough Tony and Corporal Robinson, the most downest boys ever. I just met them. God, they were great. I mean, they were just like normal people. I didn't know that they were going to be like that, and they were like the coolest dudes I ever met. Like, we kicked it, and we, talked about like different stories and got drunk, which is cool, and and it was cool. We kicked it with a bunch of girls, which is awesome. And yeah, dude, I think they're cool, and I can't wait to finally get an opportunity to work with them in like JCW or future events. So yeah. Okay, it was Lower Lake High School. Okay, we show up at this Lower Lake High School, and first it's like a mini Juggalo gathering. It was like 10 or 15 people there, which was cool. So I thought everything was gonna be off the hook. So then we go to the gym, and then we walk in there, and we hear all these horns going and shit, and we're like, what's this? So we walk in there, there's a basketball game going on, and the first thing that I say is, where the hell's the ring at? There's no ring there yet, and legit's all like, oh yeah, it'll be here by 5. Shannon told us it'd be there by 5. It was like 4:30, and So yeah, it's like 4:40. 4:45 comes around. All these girls are walking around, little tiny girls, and they're asking for autographs and giving them, and everything's all cool. And like 4:50 comes around, we're starting to sweat it, dude. So then Big Pogo comes around, and Big what's his name? The Suburban Commandos, I think they call themselves. Yeah, I'm not gonna give them any plug, dude. They come over, and then all of a sudden he starts talking, and we look down the street, and this guy is getting like just surrounded by all these wrestlers. And he's just sweating bullets. So he brings his caregiver over, the two caregivers that the Shannon guy has. And she, all of a sudden these two old ladies are trying to talk to us. Like, he starts talking legit and saying, oh yeah, that's bad that you're causing fights. You don't need to do that, man. And it's stupid. So all of a sudden we talk to Shannon and we're like, hey, where's the ring at, dude? And he's like, well, the guy won't bring it. Is this, this guy named Andy. And he said, oh, I won't bring the ring. You won't bring the ring. So we do everything in our power to get this ring. Everything, dude. We go buy the hooks. We tell everybody to wait, and we even got a trailer for this guy, and it still didn't happen. So I don't even know, dude. It was ridiculous. After that, everybody was pissed, and we didn't know what we wanted to do, dude. I never seen Jared get so mad at my wife, dude. Jared was ready to bust the lip in Shannon Naylor's grill, dude. Yeah, we were. Yeah, so was legit. So was me. Pogo was getting ready just to end him. Seriously. Much ups to Pogo the Clown, dude. He's the man.
How'd you get the $175 from Shannon?
Oh, the big 175, dude. So here's what we do, dude. We're driving down the street, okay?
Here, Scott is.
Scott
Scott
Peterson. Where's Lacey Peterson at? Where's Lacey Peterson at?
She's dead.
Oh, she is. Let Scott do it. Oh, is that Suburban? Oh.
That's so suburban.
Yeah.
So suburban. Hey, in a minute here, Big Jerry's in the Wild Dog Chronicles and Ernie because he owes me one.
How'd you get that 175 from?
So here's what we did, sir. The fat 175. Dude, we're driving down the street, dude. He makes us believe that we're gonna go get this ring. Okay. He makes us believe we're gonna go pick up this ring now, dude. We take the trip, dude. We take the trip down Bumfucked Egypt, dude, down all the way down to fucking Know Your Rule Boulevard and Jabroni Drive, all that shit. We go all the way down to the boondocks, okay, as the motherfuckers would call it, all the way down to the sticks. And finally this guy pulls over and goes, I don't think he's gonna do it, dude, he has a gun. He said he has a gun because this motherfucker's a tweaker, bro. You know what I'm saying? He is tripping out, dude, sweating balls, dude. Finally, he gets up and all of a sudden that caseworker comes out. Well, I just got a call from Big Andy that said, you can't go over there because he might have a gun. So legit's like, okay, well, here's what we need to do. We need to round up and we need to do this. BuddyHighway needs his PO and we need some gas money to get home, dude. So Shannon's like, well, let me just wire it to you. He said, no, we need the money now. Okay, so we hound this son of a bitch. So he takes us to literally an ATM, dude, and takes out this money, dude, for us. First, he gives us 60 before we leave San Francisco, because just for, a night on the town to get that fat meal that cost us 70, which wasn't even enough for the meal. Cheap son of a bitch. And then gives us another 120 for us to get home, and I'm still waiting on that PO. You're supposed to send the mail for me to get some money, you little son of a bitch, and I know I'll remember, I know where you live, too. So make sure of that. So after that, everything was cool. We got the 175 and everything was cool. We took the money and then that was it, dude. We got it, but we made sure that he went back to the bar and took care of his business with Corporal Robinson and Too Tough.
So what happened when you took Shannon back to the bar Reflections?
We took him to the bar Reflections, and that's when everybody else showed up. You had, the Suburban Commandos, the big Pogo the Clown, the big Virgil Flynn. You had the big BuddyHighway there. You had Big Hazard, Big Legit. All the guys were there, and all of a sudden the cops show up. And who called the cops? Can you guess? I'll give you one guess. All the people out there in TV land, one guess. It was the mom, dude. It was the caseworker. He swears up and down it wasn't his mom, dude. I swear to God, it's not his mom. Or not even his grandma. Okay? It's not his mom, dude. And then what happens, dude, his mom calls the cop. He says it right in front of me, too. Right in front of the cop. I'm the one that called. I was like, okay. And then the cop even looked at me and said, well, what's going on here? Looks like everything's cool here, a bunch of wrestlers, da-da-da-da. We told him where we came, and he's like, it's like he believed us. He knew what was going on. He's like, okay, there's a bunch of guys trying to get their money, So they left, and then that's when Shannon Naylor went into the back room of the Reflections bar and talked to Big Too Tough and Corporal, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
What do you think happened in that back room, or do you know what happened in that back room?
I do not know what happened in that back room. I do not know, and even if I did know, I would not discuss it.
Tell me about the rib that was pulled on Corey.
Okay, the rib that was pulled on Corey was just a rib. The guy's been in the business a year. And now that I know that, I'm going to rib him even more because I thought he was in the business a lot longer than that. So here was the rib. We were going to take him to Wheat, California. We were going to leave him. For 5, 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes. We were going to leave him. But we did. And that was the fat rib that was left on him. We left him, like, as he went to the bathroom to go, we just drove off. But we just drove around in circles, dude. And this guy got butt hurt, dude. He was going to call his mommy and all that shit, dude. It was great, dude. I mean, it was a rib, dude. It was a joke. And if you don't know the freaking business by this time, Corey Constantine, then you need to pack it up, dude. I don't care who you know. If you don't like to take a rib, dude, you need to pack it up, dude, because that's what all this business is about, dude. It's about having fun, dude.
So, tell me about how serious Corey took the rib and what happened in the van when we finally decided to let him back in.
Okay, if you ever seen New Year's Eve in Vancouver, then that's exactly how that shit started off. Because as I let him back in the thing, I felt bad for him. We all let him back in the van. And as I got back in the van, legit kind of drove off a little bit. He stopped, but then Corey tried to slam the door. That's when I ripped the door open, and he says, "Oh, I haven't took my pills in 5 days. I'm gonna slit your throat." Okay. Now, if you're BuddyHighway, the big Gresham Savior, D10 and everything, and you hear somebody talk about slitting your throat, isn't that going to piss you off a little bit, because I do got that fat bipolar, and I'll just, go in a rage, So as he said that, what did I do, dude? That motherfucker jumps back, dude, and I slapped the teeth out of his mouth, okay? I slapped him so hard that he stopped, and he said he was going to press, restraining order on me. Dude, you provoked me, dog. You provoke a wolf, what is it going to do? Like Big River needs to bite, dude.
Tell me about the hitchhiker.
So we picked this guy up like maybe 30 miles out of Wairika, dude, and he's all geeky, and first I'm telling him legit, just drive off when I get to this, when the guy rolls in, dude. So I close the door and he legit's like, let him in. I'm like, what? Really let him in, dude? So yeah, we let him in, and like he sat next to Corey, and like yeah, this fool stunk, dude. His grill was throwing up mad gang signs, dude. I mean, his shit was gagged up, dude. Yeah, so we're driving down. We give him that fat ride to that McDonald's in Wairika. And we just had a good conversation. And I ripped the shit out of that guy, dude, and nobody knows it. And all the guys in the car, knew it, but, like, he didn't know it. And, if you want to know all the stuff, you got to get that DVD and find out, because it was the funniest shit that it was ever recorded in a car. Yeah, was what we did. It was awesome.
So how do you feel about the trip in closing? What would you say your feelings on this trip were?
They were great, okay? Wrestling in the Pacific Northwest, if you don't wrestle, dude, you always can make a good impression on it. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't wrestle, there's always something else that you could do to better your time. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not wrestling, like, if you got screwed like I did in the PWF, then what do? You freaking make a documentary on something else, on how you got screwed, and why you should keep on going and keep on pursuing your dream. Talking with Tuff Tony and those guys,
So where does BuddyHighway go from here?
BuddyHighway goes from here just to continue to try to get booked. If there's anybody out there that wants to see a good match, a good trained match, a good professional match, then you know how to get a hold of me, BuddyHighway@yahoo.com. Whatever. I'm just going to keep on trying to wrestle. Maybe even do a couple more of these shindigs, man. You never know what's going to happen, man. All I'm trying to do is get a hold of these guys, get JCW going, get that stuff, get my name back up on the map, and maybe you might see me in the newspaper, maybe even on WWE. No. TNA. That's what we talk about. This is the Gresham Savior BuddyHighway. Out. Just like Elvis when he fucking died on the toilet.